Hi, in this video, we'll talk about test-driven development, or TDD process, under SAMC. Test-driven development, or TDD as it's commonly known, is one of the most extensively used subsets of agile methodologies because it ensures working code and unfailing designs. Sometimes known as test-first development, or TFD, TDD was introduced to the IT world by Kent Beck, the famous creator of XP. To put it in the simplest terms, test-driven development is a software development method that involves writing automated test code first and developing the least amount of code necessary to pass the test later. Now we'll learn about the process to implement TDD. TDD uses the following processes. The entire project is broken down into small, client-valued features that need to be developed in the shortest possible development cycle. Each feature is studied for the requirements and specifications as prescribed by the client. Based on these requirements and specifications, tests are written. These tests are supposed to be failing tests because they're written prior to the feature development. The tests designed in the above stage are used to design and write the production code. The amount of production code written is just enough to fail the test. After the initial code fails, another code is written, which is then made to pass all the earlier tests. Based on the results after testing the code, the programmer may follow one or all of the following options. If the code satisfactorily passes the test, then the programmer may move on to creating the next feature. If the code passes the test, but there is a need for incorporating certain modifications that would make the code better, then the programmer does refactoring. If the code fails the test entirely, then the programmer has to redesign the code to meet the acceptable specifications of the automated test code. Then, the newly designed code goes through the same cycle. All the tests are collected in a suite called the test suite, and each suite is run frequently. That is, each time a code is written and passed, the entire suite reruns. The following diagram shows the processes followed in TDD. TDD is a software designing and developing technique that drives the processes through testing. Because testing is the most defining aspect of TDD, the following are some characteristics of a good unit test. Unit tests are often automated tests that determine by themselves whether a unit, or piece, of production code has passed or failed the test. Each unit test is an island in itself. It runs in isolation and is unrelated to other unit tests. Each unit test is limited in scope, which means that it is easy to locate the error when the test fails. Based on the types of unit tests created, TDD can be categorized into the following two levels. ATDD. Acceptance TDD requires designing of a distinct acceptance test and then of just enough production code to satisfactorily pass the test. The gist of ATDD is just-in-time, or JIT. It is also known as behavior-driven development, or BDD. DTDD. Developer TDD entails writing a single developer test and then just enough production code to pass that test. TDD has become popular because of the numerous advantages it offers over many other agile methodologies. The following are some of the advantages. Rapid and reliable results. Within minutes of designing the production code, the programmers know whether it fulfills the test or not. The results are highly reliable and ensure that the programmers finish with one feature completely before moving on to developing the next one. Constant feedback. The results obtained after running the production code through the automated tests provide immediate feedback on the performance of the processes. Flexibility. TDD offers greater flexibility because the programmers can refactor the production code at any stage. It is not only refactoring, but also the incremental addition of modifications at the level of iteration that makes this process of software development more flexible, more agile, iterative development of features. TDD follows the iterate development approach, which ensures that the features development are client-valued and client-functional. The entire project is divided into small features depending on the customer's prioritization and requirements. Based on the results obtained in one iteration, modifications are incorporated into the next iteration. This ensures that the features developed in one iteration are deliverable to the client, and the functionality is kept throughout the project. Reduce debugging time. To write the tests for each unit, the programmer has to study the requirements of the software to be designed, because the tests cannot be created without truly understanding and analyzing the design. This ensures better design and reduces debugging time and effort. Easy documentation. The unit tests and the production code serve as documentation, so there's no need to document data separately. That's all for now. Thank you for learning with us.